You're so talented. That's like the most backhanded compliment you can give someone, right? I mean, just imagine, you trained your whole life and now you finally won a medal at the Olympic Games and then someone calls you talented? As if you're just born like that? I mean, what the f— No, don't get me wrong. I don't mean that people saying this are dumb. But I do believe many people think you're either magically good at something or it's just not your thing. Well, I wish I was good at forging, but I suck. And since wishing doesn't do anything, let's see what 100 repetitions of the same thing does. I've got some steel, I've got a hammer, and definitely no talent. So let's go. Let's see if we can uncoil this. Oh, this is going splendid. Okay, let's put this back in. Try again. Okay, I don't think I'll get anywhere with this. Okay, so cut to next day. I got the forge running again, and I spent yesterday evening looking at some forging tutorials, so hopefully I won't make a complete fool out of myself. Yeah, so this is the knife I have in mind for this video. It's a little blacksmith knife, sort of like a neck knife. The diameter of my round stock is already basically the height of the knife, so I think I have to thin it down first, because you can imagine when I forge in the bevels it'll be a lot higher. Got a little bit of a point. So I was looking at the video where Ilya demonstrated like proper bevel forging. I think I need some more practice, because that thing bowed in every direction. So apparently it shouldn't bow that much if you do it correctly. But let's see. I think the first one will be the most interesting. I thought about making a test version, but I thought, nope, let's not do anything of that and do the really first try on the video. So maybe see what kind of strange contraption will come out. Oh! This ain't it. What am I doing wrong? I don't know.
Wow! Incredible!
Truly Okay, so let's call it the first one. I'll just move on to doing the spiral now. Okay, so the material that's on the anvil gets pushed down. The one that's on the face of my hammer stays plain. So I have to put the Would you look at that? I gotta say, this worked better than I was expecting. This is really sharp enough. Let's see if I can get it back in there with these shitty pieces. Ah, oh, come on. This is... already too cold. This takes way too long to put it out with this. Oh, this sucks. This is just really frustrating to work with. Okay, I think I can try to do the spiral now. Maybe I can just spiral it by hand. I mean, it's after all, it's pretty thin. Whoop! Sorry, guys. Completely screwed up this again. So here's number one. Only 99 more to go. Alrighty. end of day one. I think it's funny that you can already see an improvement. I mean, all of them still look, yeah, kind of shitty. I think the third one is the first that looks somewhat pleasing, and then these two, this one is pretty hot still, but this one actually feels pretty nice to hold. Let's see what else we can improve now. The spiral still looks pretty bulky, so I think I'll have to like forge out the end piece a little bit further, a little bit thinner. The spiral should be a little bit shorter, so I don't have to roll up all that much material.
Ah, here we go again.
Okay, this one only took 16 minutes. A lot better. I think it's very important to make this curl right here a little bit shorter. At this point I was finished with 22 knives over 3 forging sessions, and to put it lightly, my elbows were killing me. Turns out if you can get tennis elbow from holding a 100-gram racket, holding a 1.5 kilo hammer for hours on end can mess you up real quick. And since I couldn't hold a hammer right now, I decided to finish the first 22 to see where I'm at. I kept the knives in the order that I forged them in because I want to number them accordingly. And whatever the number is will also be for how much I'll be selling them on my website nyordartisan.com, so if you want to grab one, go on over there. And in order to actually number them, I'll be using the LP4 by LaserPecker, who sponsored this video. So the LP4 is a portable dual laser engraver, which means it has a 10 watt 450 nanometer blue diode laser, as well as a 2 watt 1064 nanometer infrared laser. And that basically means that you can pretty much engrave every material out there. Okay, so with all of the logos done, it's now time to move over to the numbering, and I didn't just want to put like 1 to 100 on there. So I took a photo of my anvil and then created this little image. And now inside of the LaserPecker design space, I can just put down a number that I can change every time. The Forge 100 logo will be the same, and then I can just change the number for each of these. Okay, now because of the real-time feedback, I can see how big the logo would be, so I can just adjust that. I think this looks good, right? Okay, so this side also takes 50 seconds. Let's see how it looks. Oh yeah, this looks nice. Really cool. Okay, first one done. 99 more to go, I guess.
Ah, here we go again.
Okay, I'll try something new. The spring I've used is pretty much depleted. I found some silver steel bar that I hadn't used in quite a while. A lot of time with this is spent flattening out the material, so I think this might be actually a little bit more efficient. And once again, gotta say, absolutely love these tongs. Best investment in quite some time. This has been almost 2 hours, so just under 10 minutes for one knife. I think today might be the second to last forging session. I decided to try to put 2 bars of steel in there. Now I think that might speed up the process quite a lot, and I think I can manage to do that. So yeah, let's see. Okay, got 16 done. Be around like 60 minutes or something like that. But I think I should hurry up. That looks like there's not a lot left in the cans. Gotta say, probably the most tedious part of this whole operation is trying to keep them in order. Phew, okay, next day. You can see we're almost done. So 10 missing here are the ones I have already inside that are almost done. But I wanted to keep the rest of them in their forged shape until we've got all 100. You can see there are still 20 missing. And yeah, I haven't done 20 in a row, so let's see how long that will take and we can compare to the first 10 or 20. 10:36 right now, let's see.
Ah, shit. Had to go again.
That's number 10. So, this was just 75 minutes exactly, which is about the same length that I took for the first 4. So, a little bit of an improvement, especially if you look at the outcome of these, because I wasn't rushing these and I think they turned out pretty good. Now, let's compare that to the first 4. Maybe practice really isn't overrated. Now, to the last 10. 10. That's number 100 done. Haters will say I'm sweating, but I'm really glad I'm done with this. Oh my. And it's 1 p.m. 1 p.m. 13 o'clock. And there we are. So, gotta say, I don't think you see that much of a difference from 50 onwards. They look pretty much the same. I mean, I got some minor changes every now and then in the shape and the length especially. But I gotta say, they look somewhat similar. Now, the first 50, they got a lot more differences, I would say. See, like, especially with doing like the snail part right there at the handle. I mean, look at this one. And this one, and then there's like something like this, and these at least all look somewhat the same. And you know what, I was really happy that I was done with forging these 100, and now I just realized, even though I've got the 100 forged, I only got them hardened up to this one, which means 78 blades still need to be hardened. And 90 blades still have to be ground. So yeah, seems like the work is just now beginning. Okay, so this just happened when I was trying to clamp it down in the vise. This piece just snapped right off. I think that probably happened while forging. Maybe the material was too cold already, because sometimes I was, you know, hammering these end pieces pretty long. Since this steel is more towards the hardness end, the durability is a little bit less. But I think a good idea would be to anneal the handle portion, so to speak. Okay, I gotta say, I severely, completely severely underestimated how hard the 115 CRV3 is, because it's at around 63 HRC. I was grinding with the 36 3M Cubitron belts, which are pretty expensive and very, very sharp. And yeah, I'm done with these 5 and then 10 right there that are done. This was a brand new belt. This is completely gone. And I thought I had more belts, but those are worn off as well. So I really want to finish this video this weekend. So I gotta finish grinding today. So I don't have any time to buy new belts. And I just now remembered, thankfully, that my father still has some. We built my first belt grinder, and he loved the thing so much that he decided to keep it when I moved into this workshop. And then I, you know, bought the new one. And thankfully, he still has some belts. So I'm gonna drive over there and get some belts, because otherwise I would be completely screwed. I mean, there's still like 60 blades left. So let's see. Woo! What an absolute legend. My father coming in clutch. Look at this. Got brand new 340 grit belts and 5 80 grit belts. I was already seeing myself grinding with sort of like a leather strop. Let's get back to it. Woo! 62 done. So I finished these up to 80 grit at the belt grinder, and I'll probably leave them like this. But those two and the following 38, they are basically over what I will charge for the snacker in the future. So I figured might as well do something special with them. So I'm gonna do the next 20 with a golden finish, and then the last 20 are gonna be a mirror polish. So let's see about that. This is not right. This should be 40, but it's just 39, which means I lost a knife somewhere. I guess this was kind of bound to happen, but yeah, let's try and find a tiny little knife in this workshop. Okay, you couldn't make this up. I searched everywhere. It's nowhere to be found, and then it dawned on me, there might be one place where it could be hiding.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Look at this little... Okay, no idea where this one came from, so I thought the most fitting place would be right here. So 51, 61. I put it here. I think this is the perfect place for this little... my neck is killing me. And that is number 100 done. Got the mirror polish on there. Now, time to put the laser etching on there. That's you. Come on. I love the mirror effect on the last 20. Okay, yeah. Let's get these upstairs. You can see I did a little overhaul of my laser station. On top of providing me with the LP4, LaserPecker also sent me this enclosure, which is probably my favorite accessory to ever be invented. Especially when working during longer engraving jobs like the Switch X coins, it was nice to not have these safety glasses on all the time. And together with the air purifier, it was easy breathing even without having access to a window to blow the fumes out of. I've tried the LP3 and I've also had a gantry laser for over a year, and I gotta say, I'm pretty much only using the LP4 now. I love being able to switch between wood and metal engraving on one machine, and I've even come to really like the LaserPecker design space, even though I started out with light burn. Honestly, this machine has so much to offer that I can't possibly cram it into this video, so I'm doing a dedicated review on my second channel. But to put it shortly, if you're looking for a laser, I can wholeheartedly recommend the LP4. I've got links to everything in this video in the description, and with the code NA10 you can even save 10% off your purchase. And a huge thanks again to LaserPecker for sponsoring this video. So here we are, 100 nights later. Gotta say, I'm pretty tired. But I think it was definitely worth the effort. What started as a simple forging challenge actually turned out to be a boot camp into big batch production work, and I'm really grateful for it because I definitely learned a lot. Gotta say, my favorite, even though I said I think 50 would be enough, it definitely turned out that the last 50 were a lot easier to grind because they were a lot straighter, they were a lot thinner, so doing more than 50 actually did a lot. And my favorite one probably is this one, number 95. I think the shape of this is absolutely beautiful. This is exactly how I imagined the snacker to be. And this one will go out to one of my Patreon members. So I decided that with each big video, I'll be giving away one of these snackers in the future. Every $5 you pledge will be one entry for the draw. And this one goes out to Jabo. So Jabo, I'll be in contact with you. Hopefully you'll like this. So thanks for watching. And hopefully next time we'll think twice about calling someone talented.